Hello guys and welcome to Rush Racing League Division 4 at Belgium. I am your commentator tonight. It's Dito, joined by someone I don't think I've done comms with before. J-Man, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm ready to have just an exciting race. Got some high competition. We're gonna see. It's gonna be a good one tonight.
Yeah, mate, I'm as keen as a bean. Obviously, first race last night in Division 1 was a great one to watch. We had a fair few names. Won that, and Alphonse in the kick taking away the win, which was a great drive from him. Moving into tonight, obviously, some big names to watch out for, and we'll jump over to the gameplay, I think, as they are loading in a second. But before we get too much further, just want to thank our sponsors. Our main one, of course, AI369. You will see the links pop up multiple times throughout the stream if you guys want to check them out. And obviously SimLag, Pagnian, and S Nation as well. We'll jump over to the gameplay. Should be on the way. But yeah, mate, some big names on show tonight. Who are you in particular watching out for?
I think the Mercedes can definitely take it away like today. Like they've shown that they can, and they can probably pull that off once again. But like with someone else, it could be like someone you don't expect, like one of the reserves maybe, that could get on the podium even on the top step.
Yeah, obviously, Master in the Aston taking away the win last weekend at Bahrain. So he'll be one to watch tonight. Nemesis P2 in the RB last weekend, and Kotze in the Ferrari P3. So those names there will be the ones to watch. Matty AU in the Red Bull almost getting a podium too in P4. And obviously Mercedes, like you said, have been... Oh, God, my fan just fell over. Sorry, guys. Mercedes have just been absolutely dominant this start of the season across the board, and the overalls are showing that. So they are definitely the team to watch tonight. And then obviously McLaren right there. But should be an exciting one. We've got some guys on outlaps. Dan the Racer, a new full-time driver. He was actually signed last week, I believe, but this probably is his first drive as a full-time driver. So yeah, he's the only one out on the track at the moment.
Yeah, we have no other cars coming out right now. Just strange enough, so he's gonna be the one to take it away in Q1.
Yeah, he'd love to if everyone just stayed in the pits and he'd get an easy.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the perfect opportunity.
Just making sure everyone, if someone could just let us know in the chat that all the comms are all good, audio's all good, before we get too far into the stream.
Yeah, we got other cars coming in now. Just put them out.
There we go, that's what I needed. Game sounds too loud, sorry SJ. Here we go. There we go. Should be a bit better. And that should be all good apart from that.
Yeah.
But we've got Dan the Racer will be the start a fly lap, and interesting just from practice throughout the week and obviously in Div 1, we've seen it's hard to maintain battery for the whole lap here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, it's not really the battery aspect, but it's more the deploy rate. Because if you just burn too much, then on that final straight up to the bus stop, you'll just lose so much time.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's really critical to be smart about it. Limit the maxing out the revs, which Dan the Racer actually looks like he may be running auto gears, possibly, because it is shifting quite early, but coming down the long straight, this is one where a lot of guys tend to burn a fair bit, but this corner, the fast right-hander, chuck it down to fourth and really try and he goes fifth, but really try and tug that inside apex to try and get as much power through this first sector as you can. And then this corner is dreadful if you're running no ABS to lock up on. The braking zone is mid-corner. But Dan the Race is on a solid lap now, still got 100% battery, so I don't know. He'll probably burn it all in the last sector.
He could just be conservative, maybe, just not trying to push way too hard and just get a lap on the board.
Yeah, absolutely, as he comes through the middle sector now, so this will be the fastest time, as he will be the first to set a time. And it'll be interesting to see what sort of pace will be on the table, but he's on them softs. I see interesting, a few guys going out on mediums, Broadstar, Matty AU, Wogjet, Deadly Fuller and Panic all going out on mediums, so they think they're confident enough to maybe get through on the medium tyre. Dan the race is still at an 89% battery. I think he might go again here or something like that.
Yeah, I think as soon as he crosses the line, he's just going to go again. Maybe just get the feel of the track.
Yeah, maybe he's doing a double out lap. But we'll see anyway. He will set a time.
Yeah, it looks like he is.
Jump over to Broadstar. Going through, starting the second sector now on a fly lap. A lot of the names here, stack grid, 19 drivers, obviously full qualifying. Only the top 15 go through to Q2, and then the top 10 from there to Q3. So these guys, it's bit of a lag there on screen. These guys know how crucial it is to get out of Q1, but at the same time, this track probably one of the better ones to start at the back on if you have to, because you can make up positions here. Broadstar set the fastest middle sector, but that has been snatched off him quickly. So someone behind is also on a rapid lap. He is the complete opposite. He's burnt almost all of his batteries, only got a little bit left.
Yeah, he's got no more in the tank. Like, that would have just... He lost him so much more time compared to if he was... Yeah, and he's just slipped. Yeah, that's...
Still goes fastest.
Lap. Yeah. But if he just didn't have that little moment, then it probably would have been like a 43, possibly.
Yeah, I think he lost a fair bit of time there. Jump on Dynasty in the Merc. He's on the soft tyre, so he will be on a bit quicker pace than these medium runners, so he'll be looking to really set a solid time here to hopefully not have to go out again. As he comes through, almost in the second sector, no lock up there, which is good. The Merc driver. Sammy goes fastest with a 42.9. The times are getting quicker. He is on the soft tyre. Dynasty goes flat through there, so there's an interesting strategy. Some guys go from 8th back down to 7th through there, or some just go flat through on 7th. And I think going flat would be the ideal situation if you could. This is a tidy lap from Dynasty. I think this will put him somewhere up in the top 3 at this stage. He's got a stack of battery. He'll burn it down this back straight. Probably burn it down about 48. And then he'll have a little squirt to the finish line. But it's really crucial.
He's got the battery for it, but he just didn't have the point because like he's got only that little bit of sliver for the final straight. Like that's why you have to be so careful about it.
Dynasty goes P2 with a 43.0.
That's very close. He had the fastest final sector as well, which was probably due to all that burning. A good lap from him.
Absolutely a great lap from Dynasty. It looks like Kiwi's invalidated, so I think the next person to start a lap might be a McLaren. Looks like Evil Blade, so we're right on board with them. And he's got his teammate behind him, so interesting if we're going to see the same as we've seen in the first few rounds with the towing qualifying. It's really helped a lot of guys obviously get through. Obviously we don't really see it in real life, but in the game it's quite prominent. So we might see that tonight, and the two McLarens look pretty close together here, so that's possibly what they're doing. He's going to get a nice tow though, the RB in front, and that's worked really well for Evil Blade. He's actually going to get a tow from him pretty much the whole lap, because it looks like he's on a flyer as well. This should be a solid time for Evil. He is on the mediums, looking to save a set of softs, possibly.
Yeah, that's the goal. You don't want to lose a percent of your tyres and then like be one down to make it to Q3. That's the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah. And if these guys are confident with the pace, they will be definitely able to do that. Evil Blade, it's got a little bit of traffic in front of him, but I think most of these guys are on flyers. Tidy lap so far, a lot of battery still to burn down this back straight. So interesting battery strategies from everyone. It seems to be quite common to leave it to the end of this bit and save a little bit for that squirt to the start line. As Evil Blade comes through the last... Oh, he invalidates.
Ah, it's really unlucky. That's a tough one on that one. Like that corner, it's really easy to validate because you just have to slip a little bit or just not like get a little bit of understeer and you're off the track. And as soon as you touch back, then it's red.
Yeah. It's interesting that Blade didn't pit then. He might go around
Yeah,
again.
he doesn't have the battery though, unless he has the fuel. Like maybe he did that on purpose. Like he loaded up. Nah, he doesn't have the fuel.
No, that's interesting there. I wonder why he didn't pit. Because he will run out of fuel now. And that's a
Possibly getting
long way
away
back to
or-
the line. He should be alright because Dutch has finished his lap. But he will have to
Yeah.
go out again because he's running out of fuel. Anyway, we'll have to wait and see. Just jumping up here, Bunting was another name to watch tonight, reserving, I believe, for Red Bull. He may be signed.
I think he might be like just finishing off his reserve races until he gets signed.
Right. But he is burning all that battery now down this back straight. Down to, he'll probably go down to about 30%. Actually, he's going to go all. He uses all his deploy, which is not what you want to do because the amount of time you lose with no battery around here is quite dramatic. We'll see where this puts him. Goes P5 anyway
Still
with a 143.7, so he probably has a lot more time in the tank if he could save that battery for the whole lap. Doesn't look like much, but having no battery just makes the car basically a boat. But Kotze, last week's P3 getter, I believe, in the Ferrari, on a hot lap now. He's got his teammate behind, so they might be getting. He might be towing his teammate along here. Kotze comes to the middle sector, bit squirmy, still manages to hold it almost flat through there.
I'm surprised it took two on in 6th gear compared to the 748 that you usually see.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because it goes fastest.
It must be working.
I mean, dropping a gear can, it obviously with the engine braking does slow the car down, but it can also give you that extra grunt through the corner. Kotze now finishing up his lap. See where this puts him. He might actually give his teammate a tow from behind. Oh, a bit of a snap there. Really easy to do. Comes across the line, still got burning all the battery. Only goes P12. I'm not sure he'll be happy with that. He might want to go out again.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a safe enough time. I reckon only like the top 5, top 6 have safe times.
I think a lot of the guys on the mediums probably go back out on the softs at the end.
Yeah, because there's obviously time to beat when you're on a different compound.
So who else is on a flyer? Jenna.
I think Nemesis might be on one.
And also on with Jenef in the Alpine on the
Jenef?
mediums. He's looks to be possibly on a lap. Doesn't have a lot of battery left for this last sector.
He's still up on his time.
Yeah,
Never mind.
he's a bit slow there. He may jump in the pits.
Yeah, I don't think that there's any point of staying out again.
But he is in the danger zone. P14, I believe, is not safe.
He has to go in and put the softs on and get back out.
Dynasty believes he's safe. He has retired in the pits, so he's happy with that lap. And
Yeah,
I think he
that
probably
might-
is.
Yeah, he would be. He's pushing it a little bit, but we'll just have to see if, like, everyone else goes quicker. Same as Sami Slama, he's just retired.
You got Deadly Fuller on a lap here, and he just had a massive tow from his teammate, which is good to see. He's gone fastest in that sector. So we're right on board with Deadly. He is in the danger zone. P15, not safe. There's a lot of guys behind him to set times. But this track, it's looking quite overcast, so I'm not sure. This track can see some weather, cause some interesting things. We've seen rain here before, so it could be an interesting race, man, if we get some rain.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot more harder for them if it rains in qualifying or in the race. No matter what, if it rains here on such a big track, then like just really difficult.
Deadly Fuller's gone fastest in that
Yeah,
sector.
he's 8 tenths up on his time.
He needs to be careful here not to burn all the battery, but
Yeah,
he almost
he's
has.
probably burnt it too much.
Still got deploy though, so it will regenerate.
Yeah.
Just got to keep that little squirt to the end, otherwise it just drops you. Pep's also retired. He feels like he is safe. Both Merc drivers looking like they'll get through to Q2.
Well, it only gets him up to 12.
That's interesting. He must have lost a mountain of time in that last sector because he was fastest in the first two. So, very
If
interesting.
he has the fuel, he has to go again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
He's
you
not safe
can't-
there.
you
Both
can't
Williams
risk
drivers
that.
are not safe. Flying Kiwi on a lap as well in the Haas. He'll be looking to get well and truly out of this spot. 17th, no time at the moment. Putting a lot of pressure on himself to leave it to the last minute. May have had an issue further earlier on. But it's always a nervous run when you know that you have no more time to go again. And I'm hoping this season they've fixed it. Oh, big snap there. That curb is dreadful. Does exactly that. Just drags your right tyre in. Last season we saw an issue with the pit lane, obviously, where if you ran out of fuel, you were actually unable to get up the hill in the pit lane, and it would DSQ you. So you'd have to run an extra couple of kilos of fuel to get back to the pits. But I think they've fixed it this season. But most of the guys still are running an extra couple of kilos until about Q3 when they know that they don't have to get back to the pits. It'll be interesting to see if we see that tonight. But Flying Kiwi goes 14th.
Yeah.
That is so close. Look how close these times are from
That's
P8
2 tenths
down.
off to the drop. Yeah, they're just so packed together. Like
You're
anyone
talking
can go out at this
tenths.
stage.
Yeah, you're talking tenths here, and that could be the matter of getting through or not. And Evil Blade also in some trouble here. He's on the medium tyre in 18th. This could be a bad. But he may be able to just break through into that, probably that 15th if it's a solid lap. He did get an awesome tow from the RB driver. But this is all on the line now for the McLaren driver. He has to throw it all out here. He's got no more time to go again or get back to the pits. His fuel light is flashing.
He must have loaded just enough fuel to make it to the line practically.
So this could work out well for him. You know, you gain a lot of time with low fuel. He just needs enough to get him out of this danger territory. But that times are super close and competitive, and everyone's done a soft run now ahead of him. Hippie Slayer also on an outlap behind. Dan the Racer on an outlap. So we see Blade wrap up his last lap. It's all or nothing now. He's got a little bit of battery to burn to the line. He may just have enough to get out of this Q1 session. Crosses the line.
I think he's got it.
P12.
Oh.
So that may be enough. That will most likely will get him through. So that's an awesome lap to do that under that much pressure on old tyres.
FTR isn't going out. He did an outlap and came back into the pits unless he had like a collie there.
It's possible. I'll just check. Yes, he has a collie there.
Oh,
So he would have just got his setup sorted and into the pits. So he has some work to do in the race to get through. Bunting goes fastest, the reserve, I believe.
oh, that's 3 tenths up. Yeah, he is reserve.
We'll see here, Dan the Racer also on a lap trying to get out of Q1. Deadly Fuller's finished, so he's on the chop block at the moment. Kotze, Flying Kiwi, Nemesis, Dan all on laps. As we see, Dan the Racer gets almost on that
Dan
curb.
Racer's in trouble. He isn't beating his time. Like he's just 700ths off beating it.
His fuel's on, but he looks like he might might have made a mistake in that first sector. See what his time's like through this second one, but down the race, it looks like he's in trouble here. Struggling, and we've seen it before in so many races.
Okay, he's up a whole second.
So this could get him out, but we've seen it so many times before, the pressure of these full qualies.
Oh, he's gonna burn too much.
It's all about that battery, and we've seen it.
Oh, he's lost it.
No.
Oh.
So this might be not enough.
I don't know how he's going to keep that second. Well, let's see. That really hurts him. Yeah.
And that is just a prime example of the battery in display. He was 9/10 up on his time, and he just lost it all, unfortunately, with that battery. So we'll have to try and get through the field now, and obviously work with Hippie Slayer as well, and all these guys that have been eliminated. We'll try and get them in to the session, comms box to have a chat, because they will all be eliminated. They are all finished. But there is still some times to be completed, I believe. Broadstar, I think that's it. Everyone's done. So if you could tag those guys, mate, that are eliminated in this session, we'll see if we can have a chat. Very unfortunate for Kotze, Flying Kiwi, Down the Racer, and Hippie Slayer, obviously serving a quali ban, but we don't really probably need to get Hippie in. Just Dan, Flying, and Kotze. So this is interesting now. Obviously only the top 10 go through the next session, but 15 go through now, but just look how close these times are. From about, you could really see in that bottom part of the top 10, it's going to be very competitive who's going to get through to Q3 here. Yeah, absolutely, Rekus. That was an extremely impressive lap from Evil Blade to get out of that session.
It's tough, you know. He's the only guy that it was him and Kotze, the only guy that said they're fastest on mediums, and Kotze was only like 5 thousandths away from escaping and making it to Q2.
Yeah, and that is just what eats the guys up, and I know it's frustrating because, you know, you feel like you were on such a cracker of a lap.
Yeah, like you were just that close, and maybe it was just like, maybe you didn't activate your battery at the right time, or you maybe like just had a little bit of slip. It's just that close little margins that really make or break your qualifying.
It's absolutely seen it throughout the season with the full qualifying. It's really shaking things up in terms of our usual, I guess you could say, the usual names that dominated qualifying when we were running short and one shots. But it doesn't look like we have anyone in the comms box just yet to have a chat, but we'll just keep going on with the stream until they want to have a chat. Sometimes it's not fun to have a talk after you've been eliminated, which I completely understand, but 2 Red Bulls, 2 Williams, 2 McLarens, 1 Aston, 2 Mercs, 1 Kick, 1 Ferrari, looks like 1 Alpine and 1 RB. So few teams have their teammate here to back them up in this quali, whether or not the toe comes out to play, as we've seen in the first session a bit. I see a few guys coming out already. Pep's on his way out in the Merc. Both Mercs out very close together. Basically, Dynasty's basically kissing Pep through the pit lane. And if they come out together, probably going to use a toe. So, mate, who is your prediction of this quali? Like, you've seen the first one, obviously, and we've seen who's quick. But I feel like these times are just going to be tumbling down now as the track gets quicker throughout these sessions.
When it warms up in that middle sector, when you need that grip, it's going to be quicker times. And I think Bunting can go again, because we did see him get the fastest lap. I don't know if he held it to the final second, but he definitely has the potential to go fastest.
Absolutely, and what a drive from him. I don't know if he's been signed. I'm just going to check, because I keep saying he's a reserve.
I believe he's still a reserve.
Yeah, so he's still a reserve. So what a oh, who was that just got a 5 place?
Oh no, what?
Nemesis.
What's happening there? Oh, so unlucky. He's collided with Deadly Fuller.
They'll have to be investigated after the race because I'm not sure what's happened there. So Bunting reserving up, putting it a P1 in that first session was an awesome drive. And who's that that's just jumped in the common
We've
spot?
got Dan the Racer in.
Dan the Racer, mate. Mate, unfortunate to be eliminating Q1. We saw you on your last lap. Looked like you were 9/10 up on your time and then lost the battery in that last sector, which looked like it hurt you. Just give us your take on that, mate. What sort of happened?
Oh, not fast enough, mate. I don't really know what to say. The lap was good. The lap was really good. I mean, I might have just gotten in. I might have just snuck in, but yeah, the battery just went on me, and that was it.
Yeah, I believe you would have. 9/10 up, it would have just scraped you in, I think, and probably just knocked Deadly Fuller out. Put you in about 15th, and we were only talking about the start. Just trying to manage that batteries, it's insane how much you lose when it goes to deploy used. Really unfortunate there, mate. But you were fastest in that last stint, like 9/10 up, and then just all come down, unfortunately. But what's your take on the race? I mean, starting from the back, it's not the end of the world here. A lot of drama can happen up top, and obviously a very easy track to overtake compared to where we've been the last few weekends. So what's your feeling about going from the back from the race?
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. I've gotten heaps of good results from the back of the grid here before, so we'll see what happens. I mean, these guys are a pretty good bunch of drivers, though. So it's going to be hard, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. Just take it easy, don't get any penalties, keep the front wing on it, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. Well, I wish you the best, and hopefully we see you chop through the field, and I'll pass you over to J-Man.
No.
Yeah. So, how did you feel like about the whole lap? Do you think you were good, or was it everyone else just better than you, or just not you?
No, I thought the lap was pretty good, especially the first two sectors were great. And I was really trying to conserve the battery because I knew I was going to run out of deployment at some point, but I didn't think I was going to run out of it as quick as what I did. And then that was it, mate. Like, I was half a second in that, so yeah.
It's definitely a tough one with the battery. Just like you have to be really careful. Do you think that you could just manage it a little bit better, and then you would have done better in your lap?
Well, maybe, but I thought I managed the battery really well in the first part of the lap. Maybe I ran hot lap for too long. I think that might have been my problem. I should have switched it back to medium in the middle sector, maybe. But it's all learning. No, now for next time. So.
Yeah, there's not much you can really do except focus on the race. And how do you feel you're gonna go throughout the race from the starting at the back?
Yeah, it should be fun. We'll see how we go and try and pick off as many as we can and not get a penalty this week.
Alright. Good luck, man, in the race.
Alright, no worries, guys. See you later.
Thanks, mate. So you see the time start rolling in. Sammy currently P1 with a 42.9. So that's a solid
they're
time.
already close.
Just seeing who's on a lap because it looks like Dutch.
Let me see. Broadster is and Dutch.
Right on board with Dutch because he's flashing, but looks like he's going to commit to the lap anyway. Hasn't set a time yet. But currently, Sammy in control. I wonder if these boys in the front will retire because they may be confident. But we'll let you take us away with Dutch, mate, for a flyer.
So we got this horrible turn that like 180 into that fast one. He does take it well, but he's just got a car in front, and that's. Was that on purpose? Maybe.
That's
For
his
a
team.
toe? Yeah, that was a bit of a strange because like you wouldn't really bring a toe all the way down to there, but he's still got it under control. He still looks fast. So it doesn't look like it's hurt him that much. Let's see. When he's coming through into finishing his sector, he's got a 15.1 in sector 2. That's the fastest currently, and I think that might be one of the fastest that we have in Q2. He's still good on the battery. He's not burning. He's made the smart choice to burn it at the finish line. He's got it under control. Oh, he's just run out. It doesn't look like it'll hurt him that much since he ran out just a bit on his lap. It was
he's
just invalidated. Oh,
Yeah, he'll definitely have to go out again. It's very
yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah, that just sucks.
Looks like Matty used the next on a lap. Currently coming through the end of this second sector, and he's got his teammate in front who may be able to give him a bit of a tow. Goes fastest in that sector.
Yeah,
Seeing a
he
lot
gets
of
the
guys go
fastest one.
fastest in the purple, but lose it all in this last sector. So
Yeah, I
maybe a
think this
difference
is
in
definitely
setups
the
as
hardest.
well with wings. I think is a massive thing as well. And if the guys are running a high wing setup, they'll be super fast through that middle sector, but lose some time on this last bit. As Matty
Yeah, you just
AU
have to,
wraps
like,
up the time.
Find the perfect sweet spot in your setup to have that speed on the Campbell Straight and most of the grip in the middle sector.
Matty AU goes P7 with a
I
43.7.
think it's raining. It's not a rain.
It is.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
wow, that's such a shaker. This
So
is
who-
really bad for
Oh,
Broadstone
no.
Verstappen.
This is bad for anyone that hasn't been able
Got a
to...
good lap. Yeah, Bunting, Master Suck, and probably even like Jenif. Like all those guys in the 44s, they're in trouble. But Master Suck's got away with it. He's in 43s,
Master...
and that's probably safe.
And Bunting's invalidated, I think. Yes, he's invalidated,
Oh,
so
no.
he can't... He's in trouble here. And the
Oh.
likes of Jennifer, by the time they get around to do a lap, that track's going to be no good.
Soaking.
So this is
Yeah, this
huge. This is absolutely huge, and that would be
gonna start
so
coming-
frustrating. And I wonder if we're going to see rain now.
Yeah, I think it's gonna start. I think we might have a Q3 in Inters.
Wow.
Well, it all depends. It doesn't. It's like very light, but it's still kind of slippery.
Master was incredibly lucky to be finishing his lap
he
when the
got,
rain.
He got to the line at the perfect moment. Like he got there just like when the rain started.
I want Jennifer may be able to improve, but looks like it's only raining very lightly. But the track's just gonna get worse and worse. Greasy. See him start his last lap.
Bunting's gone into pits.
And this is unfortunate for these guys because now it's basically pointless going out at the point unless you're going to try and do some inters practice, but still DRS, so it's not the end of the world. Jennifer has one last chance. He only needs to improve by a fair bit to get the deadly fullest time of a 44.1. So he's still a 3/10 slower on this first sector, so the rain is definitely starting to pay its
Yeah,
dividends.
this is when that wet track's gonna hurt. Yeah, we've got Bunting on the Inties.
Janeff's lost it. He's gone deep under brakes, but that's over for him. That he will not be able to improve on that time. I think Broadstar will be in the same position. He's still committed to this lap though. See how his time is going. He has not set a time yet, so he has to set some type of time anyway. Whether that's...
Yeah, Bunting's gone out on Inties.
So he'll be trying to do some practice before the race maybe. Don't believe he'll be
Yeah,
able to...
it's a strange one. Unless, he couldn't possibly beat.
Oh, big crash from Broadstar. Broadstar's
Oh.
out. He's just had a massive crash.
Oh, that was on his hot lap as well.
Huge
So
crash.
unfortunate.
And that's over for the kick driver. He won't even be able to set a time. But I believe he would be away from that. It's not like he didn't try. It's very unfortunate there from him. He'll have to pit his car's over. So we'll jump on board with Dutch because he'll be the last one that's looking to try and get out of this session. Look at the track though. You can't even see him coming down the straight. Now it makes sense why we saw so many guys go out
Nemesis
so
just called
early.
it.
And Dutch
Verstappen just
Dutch is just
invalidated.
going straight through. So he's done. He will not.
Yeah, we got the drivers calling it. I mean, there isn't a point of going out if you set a good lap.
Yeah, yeah. There's no chance you'd be able to improve on the softs in these conditions. The only thing you could be doing, I guess, is some inters practice, which looks like that's what Bunting is going to do. But how frustrating! I mean, if you just the timing of the rain could be super crucial, like we saw with Master. He was able to finish his lap just before the rain sort of kicked off. But these other guys that didn't get really a time in,
They just
before
got
that.
caught out.
Looks like Sammy's chucked on the inters as well in P1. So
Yeah, well, he's in first. No,
he's done as well.
it's just the bottom 5, and there's no way that they're gonna beat the times. Yeah, they've lost DRS. There's no point.
Yeah. Dutch
There's no point on trying to set a fast lap.
Yeah, Bunting's the only one
Yeah.
really on track trying to set a time at the moment. So we're right on board with him, but yeah, the track is in terrible condition at the moment, and that's going to shake things up massively for the next session.
Q3 is gonna be a wild one.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you had an idea, obviously it was raining, which these guys all would have. We weren't. They may have chucked a wet setup on, preparing for the race, and
Yeah.
we'll have to wait and see. But Bunting anyway, 1.3 seconds slower, still giving it everything.
Yeah, 3 out of the 4 remaining cars are on the inters.
So Semi the Slammer manages to round out this quali session in P1. And
Yeah,
that will
well
be a
done
name
for
to
him.
name to watch now in the race. He kind of snuck out of nowhere in that session. Pep and Dynasty in P2, P3. Merck would love that, and would love to finish there. While Jet P4, Masters up P5, the 2 McLarens P6, P7, Matty AU in the Red Bull, Nemesis P9 in the Ferrari, and Deadly Fuller in the Williams in P10. He was incredibly lucky there because those guys behind were were super rapid. We've seen Bunting obviously fastest in the first session, and that's a huge upset for him to be eliminated from fastest in Q1 to eliminated in Q2 is a massive upset there, and I'm sure he will be extremely frustrated. We'll see if we can get him in the comms box anyway after this session wraps up. So he'll jump in the pits now. We've got some of the other guys on outlaps anyway. Gags also coming out on the inters.
Yeah, I think everyone's... Yeah, Bunting's in the pits. He's retired.
So I'm not sure if that's honestly needed. I don't know if that will use an inters for your race or whatever, but I'll have to wait and see.
No, I don't think so, because you have 4 inters in your qualifying.
That should be okay. And I'm not sure if Gags just retired on track there or what's happened there.
Yeah, Broadster did. So that might be something. But I don't think it would be. Because, like, look at the track conditions. Yeah, also Nemesis does have that 5 grid place. So he needs to get into the top 5 to not get put, like, in a midfield.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's hanging over his head from obviously Q1. But they're your eliminated drivers: Gags, Jenner, Bunting, Broadstar, and Dutch. So if we can see if we can get them in to have a chat during this Q3 session. But this is going to be a massive upset now because all these guys have to try and get familiar with a wet track and have to try and set some type of time compared to a dry track and go straight to a wet track. But they would have obviously known this was coming and see how wet. Oh, and it's dry. So you'll see every single person dive out because it looks like it's going to rain.
They have to go now.
Yeah. So they'll like.
That's weird. It's dried up already.
Yeah, very weird. Weird. So you'll probably see everyone come out super quick because I'd say it's going to rain anyway at the end of this session, or maybe not. I don't know.
They're gonna set slower times though. They'll probably set like 44s because the track's gonna be cold. It might be still a little bit wet.
Here we go. Everyone's diving out now.
Yeah, Masterstock's first to follow out.
So maybe not. Maybe we're past the rain for the race and that's it. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, maybe it's just like, just passed over. But for the constructors, we do have the Mercedes of Pep and Dynasty that are in. We have the McLarens, Evil Blade and Panic, and the Williams, Wogjet and Deadly Fuller.
Yeah, so
So
they'll be very happy to have their teammate in this session.
yeah, get that toe.
Try and
like,
start close
potentially-
together in the race to work together. That's always a plus.
Yeah, that's the best thing you can have, just to start with your teammate, not have to really fight someone.
Master has been incredibly quick in this division, and he's first
Yeah,
on
he-
track. So interesting, Red Bull's still sitting in the pit, so just have to be careful. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
there's
DRS is
rain.
back on.
A very interesting weather situation going on here. It was just raining,
I think
but
I think the clouds have passed. It's starting to get more sunny. You can see from Masterstock's POV.
yeah, it is. It's very foggy still though on my screen. I don't know. Maybe it's just my graphics, but have to wait and see.
It's the first person thing.
Look at the train behind though.
Yeah,
they're gonna have
everyone
to
else
start
has
to
gone
split
out
up.
except for Maddie. He just came out now. That's weird choice.
Yeah, these guys are gonna have to split themselves up because they're all about to start a lap. I'm not sure
Yeah,
what
but
is
you don't
going
want to
on
get in someone's way.
at the back there. That's gonna have to be monitored. But Master's got his track all to himself in front of him.
Yeah, and I think he might set the fastest one if it does start to rain. So he's made the smart choice and gone out first, just in case, If it starts raining, he's got pole position in the bag.
He's
That's a
What?
good choice.
That's a weird line, but anyway, he'll start his lap. I am not sure what these boys are going to do behind.
Yeah, they're way too close.
Yeah, there is a massive
mean-
DRS train.
Yeah,
Whoever's
this
at the
is
back,
the DRS train, mate.
whoever's at the back's going to get a massive tow on
Yeah,
this
it is.
lap.
Yeah, I believe it's... Who's it? It's one of the Mercedes. It's Pep, I believe. No?
I think it's actually a Williams. Oh no, it is a Mercedes at the back of that tow. But anyway, Master, look at them all behind. Master's the first. They must be definitely waiting for the rain. I feel like there's no way everyone would come out that quick if there's no rain on the forecast. And the track is looking dark again. And we've seen in the first the Q2 session with the rain. It started exactly like this in the session, and it was raining by the end. Oh, the McLaren's made a mistake. Hopefully got out of the way there, but Master's still got a heap of battery to burn on his last stint. Matty AU only just starting sort of his lap now, so he's still got a safe track. It's still not raining at the moment. But like you said, J-Man, the times are definitely not going to be quick. Drive for the rest of the session, Drift says, so that's interesting. Masters up, rounding up his lap. And this will be the fastest time. Yet to see if it will stay the fastest, but crosses the line and sets a 48.2, so it's a lot slower than the first sessions. You there, J-Man?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it just had a bit of a
No, all good.
mic thing.
All good, I was just making sure.
Yeah.
Dynasty goes fastest with a 48.0, so this is
Yeah,
a
I
massive
thought
gap.
Masterstock would have had it.
Yeah, like this time gap is huge compared to obviously the first sessions, but we are saying, it is saying drive for the rest of the track, Drew said, so these boys will probably get another chance to go out again.
Yeah, they're gonna need to because it'll heat up. Just them driving over the track.
Matty AU's actually set the fastest sector in Sector 2. So he
So
may have
maybe
made
he
the right
made a
decision.
smart choice.
Yeah, maybe he...
Yeah,
maybe
he
waited
took the
for
warm track.
Waited for the track to dry up a bit. Oh, and he's
Oh,
invalidated
just validated.
in the same spot that the McLaren did, I believe. He goes around again though.
Yeah, he had to have loaded up more fuel.
Yeah. We're going to see everyone dive in the pits now. Just chuck on maybe another set. Go out one more time towards the end, maybe 3 minutes, I'd say. We'll see everyone jump back out. Matty AU's pretty much the only one on a lap at the moment. I wish they told you that it was an in lap. So much handier.
Yeah, but like the game can't tell.
Matty AU's gone fastest in that first sector. The track's ramping up and it's definitely getting brighter. Oh, and he gets stuck on that curb. Tony Hawks it
That's
and invalidates it. Oh, no, that's so easy to do there. It is
Yeah,
super
he's
easy
got
to
no
do.
more fuel, so he has to go in the pit.
Yeah, he'll absolutely have to go back to some pits. We see some outlaps now. Panic coming out on a new set of softs, probably for his last run. And I'd say maybe the reason he's gone out early is because his teammate probably will duck out in front of him and tow him.
Yeah, and he'll just, yeah, that must be the plan. Because I think they've decided that, like, oh, you're going faster than me, so I'll help you out.
Yeah. Yeah, so Evil will be trying to time this to perfection. Everyone else in the pits, other than Matty and Panic, will be looking to get well and truly out where he is from now. He hasn't set a time yet, obviously, but
Yeah, but from what I've seen, if the McLarens, like, it's about shared in almost every division. They always manage to perfect the toes, so that's obviously something Marzi has got really good.
yeah, they're definitely practicing that a lot. It is so hard to get right, and obviously the timing can really stuff you up if you don't get it right. But some guys just prefer not to do it, and some do, and that's just how it is. But anyway, Panic will be starting his lap in a second, and you see his teammate jump out now for the toe.
Yeah, they've got it.
Has to be careful not to invalidate and cause that stupid next lap invalidation thing. So Panic will start his last lap now. He needs to get this first corner really tight. Keeps it through third there. Burns a little bit of battery, and his teammates waiting for him at the top of A Rouge to give him a nice big toe.
This is a bit of a scary part to tow the teammate along.
Yeah. But he gets a massive gain from it, and it will work perfect.
Yeah, look how fast he's going.
It will definitely be fastest in that sector, I'd say.
Yeah, that's fast. Wow, 30.8.
Manages to keep tidy through that first sector as well. Doesn't jump the curb as we've seen so many times. So this could be a really good lap for Panic. He can piece the rest of the lap together. Nice and tidy through there. Up to 7th through here. Probably keep it flat. Track's nice and dry now. Starting to grip back up. You see everyone else jive out of the pits now. 3 minutes. And I'd say Evil Blade will then have a toe from Panic at the end of this lap.
I think Panic will be one of the McLarens that will get pretty high up. I think Panic could easily get crack into the top 3.
He's cracked.
Because
he's fastest in both
first sector,
sectors.
yeah, that first sector was really good. But he just has to manage his battery here.
And fastest in the second sector. He will have a little bit to burn to the line, which is great. He hasn't ran out. Chuck on the DRS. So this should be a solid time for Panic. See where it puts him. Goes fastest.
Oh,
43.0. That's a huge improvement. But this
Yeah.
track is ramping up now.
that just shows the track.
And this is going to be crazy because all these guys behind are going to be
Trying to beat that.
trying to get this track to the absolute optimum
Yeah, if you haven't got
temperature.
a teammate out there, you're kind of screwed. Like, you can't beat that time in the first sector. Like, that
Eagle
was like,
Blade now is going to have another crack at it, and he's going to get a
Yeah.
toe from his teammate.
yeah, they
Now
know what
he's
they're doing.
fastest. And he will try and replicate that same lap that Panic just did. And the track is only just going to get better and better as we speak now, so we'll see this unfold very quickly for this final part of qualifying. Evil Blade on a solid lap here. There's a little bit of a squirm over the curb there, but nothing serious. Won't lose any time from that. Into the second sector, but this is where it's super hard because obviously a lot of these guys running low wings, and this is incredibly unstable through here. Feels like you're driving I don't know, a boat or something. And
Yeah, like that's how it feels if you have your wings about like 5.2, 6.2, 7.2. Like it just gets really shaky. Like you get that understeer and it's really bad. But if you run it at
absolutely.
like 10 to 15, you've got that boost in the middle sector. But when you go in the Camel straight, you're just slow.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see Evil Blade wrap up his lap, and he's used his battery, but it shouldn't hurt him now. And this will be a solid time, obviously, with the toe. Probably go up to about T2, 43.2. Really good time from him. And he will be super happy with that. So we'll see who else is going to be on a lap now. Pretty much everyone is. Who's first? Looks like a Red Bull. Matty? So McLaren currently the team to beat, and they are looking solid. You got the two Mercs on track too to watch out for, and obviously Master and Sammy, who have been very quick in the earlier sessions. And Matty's invalidated. He went way too wide there. That's unfortunate. I don't know. He won't have another chance to go again, so he's out.
Yeah.
He will not set a time in quali. Sammy behind him.
He's still on.
Ferrari's actually in front of him, I believe. So Nemesis will be the next to cross the line. See if he can improve. Everyone will probably improve. He's 4 seconds up on his time, so he's fastest in that sector, but then he loses it instantly. Someone's faster behind.
Yeah, Sammy the Slammer's gone 1:14.8.
So these times are going to just get quicker and quicker now, I think, and might even see, obviously, back into the 42s. Nemesis Cruz finishing his lap. See where this chucks him, crosses the line. He moves up to P3, doesn't beat the McLarens.
Oh!
Sammy goes
Sammy.
fastest.
Wow.
Pep in the Mercedes next to cross the line. Where can he put that Mercedes? He's been so quick lately. Uses his battery. Goes fastest with a 42.3. Where's his teammate Dynasty? Hasn't validated. He's done.
The McLaren's are still going.
The Aston's next. McLaren's are still going. So will they improve? They're done.
Nah. Wait. Nah, they haven't improved. It's just Master sucking Wogjet.
Master has been rapid. He's got a bit of battery to skirt to the line. Where will this put him? Doesn't go fastest. It's P3, 42.7, and Wogjet's the last to cross the line. Comes through the last sector now. 17% will burn it all to the line now. Will this go fastest? He will go. He doesn't. P8.
No, unfortunately.
So that is it. That is your grid. That's the top 10. What a quality. That just was just absolutely hectic in the last round.
What?
Wow. You can just see, as Rekka said, the track evaluation. I can't even say that, but was just amazing there. That was a 4-second improvement that we've seen there from there, as you can see. 5 seconds from Dynasty, didn't get to set a time, opposed to Pole with a 42.3. So that is it. That is your top 10. And what a race we have in store. I wonder if we're going to see some rain, mate, because this looks very overcast here.
Yeah, I think there will be rain that will come through when 5 lights are out.
Wonder. We'll have to wait and see. But I'll let you take us away, mate, from the race start when we get going. But this is going to be an amazing race. And obviously we got some guys to watch at the back. We got Bunting, who was super quick in Q1. And he will be one to watch come through the field. There's also multiple other names that have been eliminated that we never usually see getting eliminated that early. So going to be an interesting one, mate. And if the rain's here, but it looks very, very bright and sunny. So we might not see some rain, maybe not till the end anyway. And everyone will have an extra set of softs.
Yeah, they're going to probably start on the softs, like most of them, unless they just choose to go long.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, as Rekka said, halfway is a pretty good gamble. And I've seen it before here. It rains and you feel like you have enough time to go around again. By the time you finish your lap, it's just absolutely bucketing down and you're stuffed. So it's super hard to get the timing right here because of how long the lap is. And here we go, mate. I'll let you take us away.
Here we go. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is 5, and away we go. And we've got Pepti's off to a good start. He's still holding position, but Master got the jump on Sammy with panic as well. Sammy's going to a poor start. They keep in formation. They kept it clean. There's lots of movement at the back of the grid. Like a whole bunch of drivers have jumped up. Dynasty jumped to P6. And it looks like he's going strong, but there's still a little bit of a gap coming through to Eau Rouge. And they're still going strong. They've kept it clean. We've got the McLaren's in P3 and P4. We've got Pep leading and Mazda in P2.
Yeah, good start from everyone. There's no cars facing the wrong way. And that's awesome to see compared to last night, obviously, in Div 1. But, as I said, both Ferraris are around. Nemesis and Quincy are in the sand trap.
Oh, that's so bad for them. They're going to have to really get their heads down and just go.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate there. They still have plenty of time to get up. They haven't lost that much time to the field, so they'll be able to work together to get back up there. That is your tyres. So a lot of guys on the soft tyre. Pep leading the way on the softs. You got obviously mediums down to P5 with Dynasty, both Mercedes running the soft stint, and then both McLarens in the medium. So interesting tyre strategies here, all throughout the grid, mate. As we see Bunting really applying some pressure now on the two Williams. He's looking like he wants to get the moves done earlier. Hang on, where did he start? Because I swear
Bunting started in he started P13.
Wow, so he's already up 3 positions and he's on an absolute charge here. He's looking extremely dangerous.
We've got Sammy and Dynasty that are battling.
Gonna look like there's moves going on everywhere. He almost gets sandwiched in the middle of the two Williams there. And he's definitely on a charge.
Poor start. He's dropped 4.
Yeah, there's two Ferraris probably are definitely hurting after that start. I'm not sure what happened. We'll have to see after the race. Anyway, back up to the front. Sammy looks like he's starting to apply some pressure now on Dynasty. Maybe looking for a move here. The other way around. He's looking like he's going to get done from Matty. And I was right. Matty is going to go for the move. Well, he actually backs out of it, and that causes the Haas to go deep on the Braves. No issues there. Bunting's next to position on the Williams. And now he's up in P8, so there's some drama going on in this middle part because Deadly Fuller's lost a few positions there, and the Kit Rodstar's managed to sneak his way in. That soft tyre, though, he will be using that to absolute max at the moment before they die. All these guys on the sauce will be trying to break through the field. Jennifer also one to watch. He's got his teammate down in 17, so he'll be hoping he can get up there to help him get through the field.
Oh, Nemesis got a penalty.
Sammy is now almost pushing Evil Blade through this middle sector on that soft tyre. He is looking like he wants to get past any minute now. He knows he's got Matty behind too, really putting some pressure on, so we'll see here if he can get the job done. He will have DRS, and Evil Blade looks like he might just lose DRS to Dynasty. He's actually going to go for the move before the main straight. Too wide for that chicane. It's always scary to see. Nice racing there from those two, no issues. But that's going to give the McLaren the DRS again, and looks like he might go backwards. Manages to keep it in front. Pep has lost the race lead to Master.
I think that everyone's gonna pit at like the same time, halfway through lap 11, lap 12. They'll all pit around that.
Most likely, mate, as Pep goes back into the race lead over Master. These two look like they're going to be swapping positions multiple times throughout this race, and ones to watch, both on different strategies. And also Panic managing to stay in this battle. It's a really good drive so far from the top 3. Dynasty just hanging in there, lost DRS at this stage. He needs to make more use of these soft tyres. There's 2 guys ahead on mediums. Now's the time to use that tyre advantage. But he's definitely doing well. His teammate in P1 could really, really help Dynasty towards this. And there's a Haas doing lawn mowing through the middle sector.
Got caution.
Sammy. Not sure what happened there, but he's lost multiple positions.
Yeah, this has not been good for him. That's really unfortunate.
Doesn't look like there's any damage. He may have just had a moment. Super easy to get stuck on the curves, as we saw in qualifying. You can really throw your race out the window. So there's a McLaren going too wide up front. Evil Blade trying to get the job done on Matty. All sorts of trouble at the back. That's a Ferrari.
Oh, well, the Ferrari stopped. Oh, he's beached. Kotzi's beached. Oh, he's got out. But he's now so far behind, 11 seconds behind Dan the Racer.
With the two Red Bulls, they've got Evil Blade in the middle. Bunting now is the next to try and get past him. He almost got straight to the back of him. That Red Bull in front of Matty, he's going to fall victim of the DRS up this straight. And that's going to be not what he would want. Two cars behind him. Look at Bunting, he's super quick in the early stages of this race.
Yeah, he's done well. He gets double overtake.
And Matty lets him through.
Oh, yeah. But honestly, he's just managing to catch up to Panic. And I think Pet might be trying to back Master Suck into Panic, neutral back Panic into Dynasty so that they can go for 1-2.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's... The field is still really close. Most people still in DRS. Obviously, Kotze has had a bit of a bad luck to the race start.
That's unfortunate.
But everyone else is still within touch of the field, which is good to see. As we see Bunting already closing that gap in Dynasty, so he's definitely one to watch. From the race start, he's had an absolute mountain of a drive, 8 positions on the slower tyre too. So this reserve will be snapped up very quick, I believe, in this reserve pool if he continues performances like that. Jennifer gets a 10-second penalty and there's a severe collision.
Severe collision, safety car.
What's happened there? It looks like Broadstar's also missing a wing, so that's huge. That's gonna help the soft runners a massive because they're gonna be able to get off that tyre early. That does Dynasty double stack though? Looks like he is. So he will lose some time here. Both McLarens will as well. Double stack won't hurt him as much as it would normally with the safety car, but this is going to shake up the field. And what tyres does everyone chuck in? They go long. Everyone seems to be on different stats here. Hard, tyre, it's the most common. And they can probably go to the end. Broadstar's retired. He's in the pits. I believe he had too much damage from Jenef. That incident with Jenef. So that could be looked at after the race. It's never fun to try and drive with, what do you call it? Side pod damage or anything like that. So only 3 guys up the top didn't pit: Wogjet, Dan, and Master. They believe that it's too early probably, or they didn't want to double stack. And that's made massive gains for Dan. Obviously, he's gone up from 18th to P3.
Yeah, everyone else is pitted except for them 3. Which I don't know if that's the smartest move, but it might pay off for them.
Another safety car, and it would be. It would be.
Yeah.
Great move, but you never know. We didn't see many safety cars last weekend at Bahrain. Obviously, this track we've seen a lot more. We did 1 last night and Div 2.
Yeah, I think
Div 4 now.
Belgium's the easier track to have one since, like, you see where the leaders are coming through right now when the track's just like not very wide and there's not much runoff, especially to the left. If you go off in the grass, that's a safety car.
Yeah, absolutely. And the curves we've seen have bitten so many guys throughout qualifying and at the start of this race. Both Ferraris possibly that's what may have happened to them at the start of the race. We'll have to wait and see. Just waiting for the Haas and Ferrari to catch up. But they'll probably do 1 more lap on the safety car. So, what are your predictions now, mate? Obviously, with the guys that haven't pitted, it could be a master stroke or a really bad move.
Oh. Yeah, it might pay off because their tyres aren't super worn, and they do obviously have to pass the compound. But once if they get to 10 laps, 11 laps worn, then that's when it gets dangerous.
Yeah, and it is also, I must say, a fair way to go on the hard tyres for these guys to the end.
Then racing
decent.
come in.
Yes, he's called it. It's a long stint to the end on the hards here, but it's doable. As we see Dan go back down the field, unfortunately. He will be on the tyre to the end now, I'd say. And now only two guys up the front have not pitted. So they'll be hoping they can at least break away from Pep and try and extend some type of gap before they have to pit and hope that there's a safety car in the meantime. Because if they can hit around lap 10, chuck on the hards, they'll be in a good position. We'll have to wait and see. The safety car most likely will be in this lap, as it's doing its best to lead these guys through. Always laugh how it's driving the hardest it can and the guys behind just trotting. Let's see. Cotsey all the way down to 17th. Would be really stoked to have a safety car, though, I must say, to be able to reel in that gap. He was a fair way back at one point. We'll have another chance now. Another reprieve. He is on mediums. He'll be looking to make up a fair few positions on that fast tyre. But who are your surprises, mate, so far in this race?
Yeah, Bunting's done well. Like, he's definitely shown us he can get a full-time seat in. I think that's my main one.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it was expected he was definitely going to come through the field, but not that quickly. He's done really well. Still got a fair few guys in front that could really cause some issues, but he's in a very good position at the moment. Alright, so
I believe that the safety car will come in this lap.
Absolutely, I think they will too. So Master will lead us away on the medium tyre, yet to pit, same as Wogjet behind. So these boys will be trying to work together, I guess, to get away from the field. So when does Master go? Seen all different types. You can't catch a safety car here, otherwise you get a penalty, so you have to wait a little bit. I've seen guys go quite early in the past.
No, I think they're going to keep it low.
The safety cars in the pits, so they're well and truly okay to go now. Master backing them all up. Swerving, still hasn't gone. As he goes,
he's really waiting.
He's gone, he's just chucked on his overtake. He's caught Wogjet napping a little bit there. He's jumped a second in front already. And that is exactly what he wanted on that restart. And that's going to mean Pep's going to really want to try and get past Wogjet. Stop them extending the gap. Those hard tyres will be a bit slower at the start. They won't be long and they'll be the faster tyre from these guys in front. Master's already 1.3 seconds ahead. He's absolutely on a flyer to try and break away. And now everyone else has managed to get through that safety car restart with no problems, which is awesome to see. We've only got one DNF, which is unfortunate for Bodstar. The race will go on and we'll have to wait and see what's happening. Dynasty makes the move on Panic, and now he's up in the P4 behind his teammates. So those two can work together now. Try and take away a 1-2 here. I think that's the goal for the Mercedes team. McLaren's now under pressure from behind. Who's that? That's Bunting. And this is a name that we keep mentioning. He was just on an apps, and we've got migraine host, unless that's just me.
Oh, Pep's out.
So that means it's a red flag. As we will.
Will that cut down the race time?
If someone could just get a screenshot. Can you just take a screenshot of that, please?
Yeah, I've got it.
Just have to see what's happening because I'm not sure if that's an automatic red flag or yeah. Okay guys, we will be back. Sorry about that, the host has unfortunately left the session and that means we will be restarting. See you soon. Hello, guys, and welcome back. We apologise. Unfortunately, a red flag had the host leave, and unfortunately, just causes mayhem in the lobby with how broken EA is at the moment. But we're back. Got a 35% race, and we'll be starting off from where we left off. So, shouldn't be any less exciting as it was. Everyone will be back to square one. No penalties. Fresh tyres, everyone's close to back together, new grid start, it's basically a new race. So how you feeling, mate?
Yeah, well, I think we actually don't lose any laps since we had a red flag at about lap 7. I mean, it's starting on lap 15, so we're not losing any laps. We're just going to have practically the same 50% race, except everyone's all packed together now. And everyone who had maybe a bad start, they just like had a couple of mistakes, they can regain because they're only like 5/10 away from the people in front now.
Yeah, absolutely, mate, you're spot on, and I think everyone gets a fresh start, like I said, and new tyres. Could be a bad thing. Everyone will be eager again to make up positions, but hopefully we can all get through turn 1 and have a cracker of a race. We're just waiting for now and waiting for the players to get all their setups. Obviously, hopefully no one forgets and no one puts on the wrong setup. But here we go. I'll take this away for this one. 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away. Just wait. And away we go. Everyone gets going. No one missed the lights, and we're away for the second restart of the night. And I'll quickly get the telemetry up. Everyone's through, I think. Oh, the McLaren gets squeezed, but no issues there. He's just made it through there. No issues. The Haas looks like he wants to make an advantage of that, but everyone's facing the right way, Jaden.
Yeah, well, that's all we saw at the first restart. It's good that they managed to keep it controlled once again. But we do have Pep and Masks already battling for the lead with Wogjet just close behind. Everyone's still within like very close margins of each other, which is good to see. So it looks like we're gonna have even better of a race if it keeps up like this.
Yeah, Pep just committed an absolute raven move on Master and made it into P1. It was absolutely awesome around the outside of the Aston Martin there. Ferrari went real wide into the dreadful. And the McLarens look like they had a little bit of contact there. No issues though. P6, P7 currently for the orange team.
It looks like every car's on the softs except for Nemesis, Jennifer Lee, and Dan the Racer.
Absolutely, mate. And Master's not letting go of Pep. He's really applying some pressure on this opening lap, and he's looking dangerous on these soft tyres. Everyone bar Nemesis, Jennifer, and Dan the Racer are on the soft tyres. Those guys are on the mediums. And interesting strategy there. We've got yellows. Who's that? That looks. Oh no! There's a McLaren stopped in the middle of the track, and he's done well not to reverse. Rejoin dangerously there. I'm not sure what happened, but he's gonna have to make his way back up the field. Yeah.
That's so much space lost.
That is really unfortunate for Evil Blade. Huge shout out to Evil Blade for jumping in and hosting for this. He's done really well getting us all back on track on the race so quickly.
Unfortunate that he's had that mistake. He's lost 10 spots in the starting position.
Yeah, really, really unfortunate there, but he can make his way up with a safety car or something like that. Still the pit stops to come. I'm just moving up the top here. Master still applying some pressure to Pep, but Bunting also looking like he wants to get the job done here on possibly Dynasty and Wogjet. Wogjet is going to be under extreme pressure here because he's going to have no DRS.
This looks a bit dangerous.
Oh! Dynasty and Wogjet make contact. Dynasty manages to keep it on track. He's dropped down at P5 and he's under some pressure now. But from who's that? That's Panic. Panic backs out of it. And Dynasty.
But luckily we didn't have that much of an impact.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dynasty did an exceptional job to keep that facing way. Didn't drive back on.
Kept that really under control.
Yeah, so he's facing the right way. Still in P5. Teammate P2. They will work together in this. Bunting now P4. We saw in the first race, obviously before the red flag, him come from I think it's 15th up to P5. I think he was. I can't remember at this stage, but he's just
really displaying his pace.
Jump a little bit further down because there are some serious battles going on here for the middle pack as well. Matty AU applying some pressure on Gags, but he's also under some pressure from behind from Deadly Fuller and the kick of Hippie, who's also had obviously the quali ban this weekend.
Yeah, that's really good from him.
Look at that, we got 3-4 wide here. Into turn 1, this could get interesting.
And we have someone in the pits already. We have Flying Kiwi. That must be for damage.
Yeah, he might be pitting and going on the hards to the end. I don't think he'd get on the mediums this early.
No, he's just pitting.
Pitting.
He's just pitting on the cards.
Yeah. Dynasty and Panic lose swap positions, and also some changes in the top 3. Bunting gets past Wogjet and is now in a podium position. There's moves going on everywhere. Can't keep up with it. And Master is now looking like he wants to take back the race lead.
I've got caution.
You do.
Oh no! Oh, he just let his drop.
And he's
P16 now.
back on track. He isn't missing any end plates. He might have just had a moment. It's unfortunate there. He's back down to 16th after all that hard work. Really unfortunate there. Still plenty of time in this race to make some type of move. He can get up to P15 and get some points, and we'll have to wait and see. But Sammy the Summer also now trying to make a move on Dynasty, who's also was unlucky, obviously, in the main race, the first race. He got dropped down to the field and has now had to work his way back up. But we know his pace is strong, so we'll have to see if he wants to get this done before the main straight, or is he just going to stick behind? He's not burning anything. He's just going to tuck in behind and just keep DRS training along. But Pep now in the lead, still almost out of DRS of Master.
Yeah, still really close up there. Panic has dropped DRS. It looks like Wogjet has got away from him. And it looks like Wogjet's also lost the podiums.
Yeah, he's lost DRS to front, and I think Panic's still just snuck DRS behind. Yeah, he has. So he's now going to gain a lot of time on Wogjet. But look at the battle at the front. Pep loses P1, moves to P2, but Bunting's right there looking to take advantage of any type of mistake
Yeah,
here.
Bunting's just ready. Once one of them slip up, I just know he's going to end up going straight through and going to the spot.
This is an awesome battle for P1. And any mistake from these guys and the rest of the field can sneak up, because the more they fight, obviously they've got Williams and Wogjet, Panic, Dynasty all right behind them. So if these guys continue to fight a bit, they will draw the rest of the field in.
But they are playing it smart. It doesn't look like they're trying to fight. They are fighting, but not too much where they're causing like major time losses. Like the rest of the pack will catch up.
Yeah. Another little battle here with Matty, Gags and Nemesis getting really close together. Nemesis looking like he wants to make a move. Maybe on Gags here. Looks like he's going to go for it. Gets pushed a little bit wide there. Makes it done. He's burned a little bit of battery to use that. And now looks like he's going to go same move on Matty AU. His tyres might be coming into effect a little bit now, 3 laps in compared to these guys around. And Wogjet's in the pits. He's had enough of the softs.
A couple guys pitting.
So this is a long lap, as we know, and they don't last forever. So the softs will probably burn out around this time. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure, to be honest. See what tyres they start on. They go on mediums.
Yeah, I think it's a risky choice because they might burn out at the end.
Yeah. You got to bear in mind this is a 35%, so I think maybe the tyre wear will be a little bit different, but
yeah, because I think the game does scale it, depending on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Bunting now trying to close in the gap. Pep still behind. Lost DRS now to the top 2 almost. So he'll be trying to close that back in. Panic under some pressure from Dynasty. Another little battle is Kotzi, who's also done a stellar job, I must say. The Ferrari guys from the first race, they had that issue in the first race.
These guys had a bad original start, but the restart, the red flags helped them out, and now they were in contention for some serious points.
Between them, they have 17 positions they've gained. So Kotzi's made up really 9, good. And Nemesis is up 7. So between that team, they've done an awesome job to get back into points and into the fight. So hopefully they can stay there and bring it home. They haven't pitted yet. Kotze and Nemesis are on different... Oh, sorry. Accidentally exited out of the game. My bad. They haven't pitted yet, so it'll be interesting to see. They are on the different strategies to avoid the double stack, I'd say. As we see more pit stops,
Yeah.
Panic's in.
Panic and Dynasty and Matty AU have just come to the pits.
So what they're gonna obviously chuck on the mediums. And where does this put the guys that have already pitted? You got Wogjet, who's probably closer to these guys. You see where he comes out. As he's pitted early, he really burnt to try and get on that outlap, and he has made an advantage. He's in front of Dynasty. I'm not sure if he was on track. And he's now fighting with Panic. Panic gets it done and stays in front. Wogjet will have the warmer tyre and the DRS now, so we'll see if he can get the move done on the McLaren into turn 1. You know how strong the DRS is here. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, Panic doesn't have any in front. Once those tyres warm up, he'll be able to just stick with Wogjet and it'll be game on again.
I wonder if all these guys that pit early made the smart choice to, start gaining on the front runners. Like to get the undercut and like gain. They have gained a little bit on Evil Blade, but not much where you can say it's worth it.
Yeah, well, they have to, obviously, you got to remember the undercut. Evil Blade hasn't pitted yet, so once he pits, he'll fall a fair way down. The guys that have pitted will be doing that on purpose to try and be fastest on track before the guys in front pit, and then once they pit, they'll obviously fall behind. But it'll be interesting to see. Master and Bunting and Pep don't look like they're struggling at this stage, but it looks like they're pitting all three of them.
We've got the whole top 3 are pitting.
I think Janef goes around again.
Yeah, we've got Kotsu going into the pit as well.
And Nemesis goes around again, and he's now our race leader on the medium tyre. So he's going to try and go a little bit longer and pit maybe next lap and be the freshest tyre. But see where this puts the guys that have obviously already pitted. Dynasty, Kotze. I mean, Dynasty's coming around pit exit now.
The top 3 have only dropped about 2-3 positions. We've got Master Stuff running in P4, Bunting in 5, and Pep in 7.
Yeah, they haven't lost a lot. So the undercut's not as powerful as it usually would be. Dynasty, look how close they all are together now. It's like a safety car restart. Dynasty 3 wide with Wogjet and the McLaren. They smartly back out of that. It could have been a disaster, but the McLaren's going to get under pressure now from Sammy. Panic done well to defend that. Big lock up from Wogjet. And Nemesis gets a 3-second penalty. That is going to hurt his race.
That's really bad when he pits and the 4 other cars, the 3 other cars that haven't pit yet as well. Because he'll be packed in with them, he has to pull away.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wonder if Evil Blade does anything here to help his teammate, because he's obviously yet to pit. Pep's already done it. So I was just going to say, if Pep got held up there by Evil Blade, it would have definitely helped Panic. But he's done well to get past, and will be our next guy into the podium, because obviously Master will be our P1, Pep P2, Bunting P2, and then Pep P3. So this battle for the P3 is yet to finish. Pep's fallen a little bit though, mate. 2 seconds now off Bunting. So we'll have to
Blade
try
just
and
coming
close
to
that
pit.
gap. He's got a little bit of work to do to close back into the top 2 now. Obviously, Nemesis and Jennifer still have to pit. Starting on the medium, they're going long. Sammy, there's a bit of a battle with the turn 1 here. These guys are really giving each other a lot of room, and I thought they were going to go side by side for a Rouge then. And it usually doesn't end well. And Wogjet is just going to get eaten alive here with no DRS. There's 4 wide. Absolutely everyone just devouring the Williams there into that fast right hander. But everyone giving each other room and no issues there. Good racing from these guys. You just see how powerful the DRS is. Sammy.
Yeah, that's straight. If you don't have DRS and someone behind you does, then you practically just have to give them the position. There's no running away from it.
Yeah. All that hard work Wogjet did for the undercut has unfortunately been unstuck, and we've got yellows. Who's that? That's... I think that was Evil. Evil looks okay. I don't know who that was.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I think Evil Blade just dropped one spot to Dutch. So it might have been him. Oh, he's also just got a penalty.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Evil Blade's race has not gone to
Yeah,
plan.
he's had a tough one.
He is in DRS of Dutch now, so hopefully he can hang on in there and maybe get some points. But the top two have
the
pitted.
top two have just pitted.
Where will this... Obviously, Master will pass them, but where will they fall down to? They'll be on, obviously, the faster tyre on the softs.
Nemesis just won on the softs.
Yeah, he started on the medium, so he'll be on the softs, and as well as...
And that might be the actual better strategy. You know, warm track, and everyone else will have slightly worn mediums.
So he's come out... Nemesis has come out behind Deadly Fuller, 1.6 seconds off him. So he's got some work to do, and he does have that penalty. And Jennifer is a further 2.6 seconds off Nemesis, so they've got some work to do on those softs, but they will be the quickest on track, as well as Dan and Kotzi.
Yeah, Kotzi just gone to pit again. He must have got damage. No. Did he pit? He's on the softs now. That's strange.
There's your penalties, mate. You will have to just let me know if you have the Twitch chat, if anyone says anything, mate, because my phone's just dying.
Yeah, I've got it.
At Semi and Dynasty, this little battle packs could be interesting. It could go right to the end. They'll have to work together if they want to close to the top three. Dynasty has his teammate in front, 2.8 seconds. Everyone's pitted. And this now will just go to the end. There's only 6 laps left, so they'll have to really work out. Master is looking like he could possibly get his second race win here, but the reserve above him is closing in. He's 1 point, he's almost in DRS, and he's burning everything to try and close in that gap. So these two probably will be the ones to battle it out for the race win, and I do believe Bunting will be snatched up very quickly after this performance. He's had an absolute stellar race, and already, if he can stay the way he is, will be my pick of driver of the day. If he can keep the way he's going, because he is...
We've got 5 laps to go, so we'll have to start picking our driver.
Yeah. So I will openly chuck out my name, and that is definitely Bunting.
Yeah,
And
I think he might be the cool as well. He started in Q2 spots around P12, P15, and he's up into second, and if he can hold that up, he can maybe even get the win here. And that would be really impressive to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Bunting. That's my comms pick. I don't know if SJ's in the chat, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, good possible, mate. Who knows? He is definitely on a stellar performance tonight or today, wherever you are. Sammy also could be trying to upset the Mercedes party here and try and snatch that P4 off Dynasty, which could be interesting because you've obviously got Panic, Wogjet, Matty all behind him, and these guys could just swap like you saw obviously with... You obviously saw that with Wogjet when he lost 4 positions in one go, just due to having no DRS. So you just got to be super careful. Dynasty probably doesn't want to be the one with no DRS on the last lap. If it was my opinion, I'd hate to have no DRS. Still got 5 laps, and he's looking like he won't have it at the moment because Sammy is looking super dangerous and eager to get past here. DRS on, but look at the McLaren behind Panic, who was doing really, really well, obviously, and this could score some massive points here if he could get in front of these guys. His teammate could get back into the points down in P16 at the moment, so it could be a bit of a damage reduction, I guess, for McLaren.
It's going to be a push, and it looks like
wide.
Panic's going for it. That's a bit of a mistake from Sammy.
Yeah, it was
And
interesting.
yeah, Panning's got the spot, and he's gonna have to run on Dynasty now.
Oh, what's happened there?
Oh, he had to give 2 positions away, unfortunately. That just completely unwinds all of his, that whole move.
Oh
What's
no!
happened?
And then Maddie and Panic have just made contact.
Oh,
And that almost ended Maddie's race. He did well. He was on the grass, drifting towards the wall, understeering it, and somehow corrected that. But he's now under all sorts of pressure from Nemesis, who is on the fastest tyre. Does have that penalty. He is on an absolute charge, as we predicted. If he can get in front and keep moving forward, the penalty won't be too bad. But at the moment, it will still hurt him a fair bit. Doesn't have long though to do it. Jump back up to the front here. Pep now back into Bunting's DRS, and Bunting's lost touch of Master a
yeah,
little bit.
Master's like, I think he might just run away with it.
Especially if these two battle. And Deadly Fuller
Oh.
gets a penalty, which is also going to hurt him. Jennifer has one behind him, so those two can actually battle for position now. Pep really did well to reel in that gap, because he was like 2 seconds off him, wasn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
But now he's got DRS, Bunting doesn't, and I think this could be it. Nice
But
and
if-
simple.
Yeah.
Nice and clean from those two, but Bunting knows that he can still just stay in the DRS and have another crack at him towards the end of the race. But yeah, interesting there. That was a great stint from Pep to climb that gap. Can he
Yeah,
climb the
Pep's
gap
move-
to Master?
Pep's move was exactly what I was talking about before, where if you don't have DRS and the guy behind you does, then you've practically lost position right then and there. And it's unfortunate, but you can always have a go again when you're back in that spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a look. It's going down here. Gags, Deadly Fuller, and Jenna all battling it out too for the remaining points for the P10. Two of them have penalties. Gags is quite safe with that. Nemesis and Matty AU. Sorry, I was wrong with that. Nemesis and Matty AU are battling with Gags. Nemesis still has that penalty, like I said, but look how close everyone ahead of him is. Oh my god, and Master gets it.
Oh no! Oh, that's actually. Oh, he's really got to push now.
And that's just fallen into Pep's hands. He was already closing that gap in. And also Bunting's. Both of those two at this current stage would jump Master. And this is exactly what we saw in Bahrain, but he did get the penalty removed eventually. But yeah, Master now has to really push to get 3 seconds of drift of Pep, but Pep won't let that slide, I don't think. But here we go, Bunting.
If it does stay like this, then Master keeps the podium, but he doesn't get the win. So he's gonna have to push, and he definitely is pushing right now. He's only got 40% of battery.
And Bunting has no end play on the left side. I just noticed that. I think. Unless I'm wrong there.
On the left? Oh yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
So that could explain why he couldn't close that gap in.
Yeah,
He doesn't need to close up. He just needs to stay.
Especially where we're coming through right now, you know how much time we would have lost? You might even see it. See, look, he's going wide. There might be a warning as well.
Riding on board with Pep here and just seeing how these two compare and sort of stability. And look how hard it is for Bunting for this middle sector. He's locking up, going wide. He really has to be careful he doesn't get a penalty, otherwise Pep's just got this.
Bunting's out of the penalty.
Yes, he is, and so is Pep. So these guys will have to try and get back in there. Obviously, Master will be on an absolute charge, burning a lot of battery though.
Yeah, he is.
Sammy also looking like he might want to get the move done finally on Dynasty. He's just going to stay behind to get the DRS. Oh, he pushes Logjet, no issues there, I don't think. But Sammy's now got DRS. Dynasty in trouble. Will they wait for the main straight? I think they will. And this is lap 14 now. Oh, 2 more laps left.
2 to go.
Semi is looking like all three of these guys look like they're going to try and get past Dynasty here with no DRS. It's going to hurt Dynasty, and Semi's going to get it done before even the DRS is activated. Let's see what else. So you can Dynasty, I think he's going to hold on there. Panic. Could score some really good points from McLaren today as well. Same as Wogjet for Williams. But all these guys could shake up these positions. Yeah, that's unfortunate. P16 currently. See if he might be able to close in that gap a little bit. But Master is out of that 3-second gap. Can Pep close it in? Or can Master get it removed again? You never know. But
I think we just had an onboard request for Wogjet, I believe.
Wogjet? No worries. Jump on board with Wogjet. So he's currently trailing Panic, Dynasty and Semi, battling for that P4's position for this race, and looks like he might have a little bit less battery to the guys ahead. But we'll go on board with Wogjet for a full lap, and we get to watch the battle of the pole in front, so it's not a bad seat to sit on. But what's your thoughts, mate? Do you think Pep can close that gap in?
I think Marlon's going to hold on because you got that pressure from Bunting as well. You see how close he is. He's only 2 tenths away, and that's going to be major pressure. And they might battle and cause the gap to be created. And it's already being a gap created. He's already 7 tenths away from his penalty.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. He's down almost to 4 seconds, so Pep really needs to get a move on here. Last lap now. We're right on board with Wogjet. DRS, what's happening ahead? Looks like Dynasty's going to get the smother. Well done, mate. And everyone's clean through here. Hugs that left curb. I'll probably jump on board with him.
Oh no!
What's happened there?
Bunting
Not sure why Matty's ghosted here.
No, I don't think anything happened. It was just, yeah, they've had, look, 5 seconds now.
Yeah, what's happened there?
I think Bunting had a little moment on that, on that 180.
I don't know who to ride on board with. Pep's closing in on a P2 here. I think Masters secured it even with that penalty, and that's a stellar drive from him.
Yeah.
We're right on board with these two. Dynasty might hold on to P4. There's battles, I know, going on behind, but this is for podium positions here.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one because they've got one major opportunity to overtake right here in the bus stop. And
Pep has to go for it.
Get their nose in, and they are going for it, but it just looks like Bunting's holding them off. He's gone alongside. Oh, just got it done.
We can't see. Where are they? Oh, they're going to go side by side to the line. Oh, Bunting's just got it.
Yeah, we have Masters winning with Bunting in P2 and Pep to follow in P3. Dynasty, Nami the Summer, Anik Wogjet. We've got Nemesis following P8 who drops to P10. Gags in P8, Matty in P9.
Deadly Fuller, oh wait, so P9, Nemesis comes across with P10, good recovery from him, Hippie Slayer P11, Gen F P12, Deadly Fuller P13, Evil Blade P14, Keeley P15, Dan the Racer 16th, Dutch 17th, Kotze 18th, still on track. He will be the last across the line with unfortunate race from him. He's doing so well at one stage, just got unlucky there, but he'll be happy to see the end of that race. We'll get on to some interviews so that we can get moving for Div 2, mate, if you want to see if you can get those guys in as quick as possible.
I'll get them in.
So Nemesis gets the in-game driver of the day, but I will give it to Bunting, personally, in P2. There's your final results, and that was obviously a bit frustrating with the red flag, but good to get the race back in as quickly as possible, and we still had a great race.
Yeah, I'll get these guys in.
I'm sure some of these guys will be happy to see the end of that. It's a long one. It's a really long lap, and if you're not in a position, it's very hard to keep focus. But well done, mate. Had 18 start in this race and 18 finish, so that's well done.
Bunting's got a broken mic, so he won't be able to join.
Okay, so we should be able to get Pep in and Master in.
Yeah, I'd love to hear their POV of the race.
Absolutely, mate. What was your take on the race?
I was right. It was a very entertaining race. We had some good moves. We had some like really good moments and had some really good gains on some of these drivers that made their way up the field, especially Bunting, who I think is totally deserving of driver of the day.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. In my opinion, it's the same. But just loading now. See if these boys can get in, and then we'll get this on the roads at Div 2. As you know, guys, Div 2 is not far away, and we'll be pretty much
stay tuned and
pretty much live straight away again. And another stream, but we'll get onto these interviews. It'll be a Mercedes first.
Right, no? Who are we getting in first?
Is Pep in?
We have Pep and Master Suck.
Okay, so Pep, P3, mate. A really solid drive. Obviously, just missed out on a P2 there to Bunting. To the line there, really. And really probably could have even taken the win at one stage of the race. Just didn't really pan out the way it did, and Master do it with the drive he did. It was an amazing drive. So just give us your take on the race, mate.
A little disappointed, but I don't know. I got held up, not too much, but a little bit by Evil because of the old sauce. So then I missed out on the DRS, and then I was just trying to catch up the whole race. And then finally caught up to Bucking, but then like he was quick with the broken wing, and then he could keep passing me in the DRS. So then obviously the Master Suck got that, and I was like, well, I've just got to be in front of Bucking. Oh, I can't remember his name, but yeah, just going through those corners, I was a bit too slow with the wing damage, so yeah, there wasn't no chance catching up.
Yeah, mate, I know you're disappointed, and you probably were hoping for a win, and that's understandable, but it's still pretty good points for obviously Mercedes and your teammate right behind you. So you must be happy for the points brought home for your team.
Yeah, with the points, pretty good. There was a talk, literally on the lap that Master Suck got the pen. It's either like, get in front and then hold him up, and then we could probably get 2-3. But then as soon as he got the pen, then I was like, oh, well, have to try it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, well done, mate, and I'm sure I know it's probably not the result you wanted, but it's still a P3 and still really good points. So yeah, well done, and I'll hand you over to J-Man.
Thank you.
Yeah, Pep. So, you think you'd be good progress for your team here, for Mercedes obviously being TP, get some good points on the board and progress with the overalls since you're doing very good. So how do you feel about that?
Pretty happy about that. I can't be too disappointed with that, especially with the Div 1 race. We got some points there, and we finished above McLaren for this race, and unfortunately Master Suck Morai, we got away with it. So
you a bit disappointed about how you didn't get the race win? You just couldn't really catch up?
There was definitely the chances, and it's not my best track, so I did muck up a fair bit. So I had to put a lot of practice in for this race. I didn't think I would have the pace with the TTs and things like that, but it's still pretty good for what I've done. But I don't know, it is what it is. Master Suck raced well, like always. So
he definitely did well. So have a good one, mate, and that's it for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, that was Pep in P3, also the Merc TP, and great drive, mate. And we'll move over to P1 to Master in the Aston, and obviously back-to-back wins for him, mate. You must be absolutely over the moon with that drive.
Hey guys, you can hear me all good?
Yeah, mate. Yep.
Yeah,
good. Perfect. I don't know what to tell you guys. It just felt like these past few rounds, I felt possessed. I don't know, I've never been this I never felt this locked in before. Like I don't know. Everything just went to plan, I guess. Still in a bit disbelief with that whole race. Yeah.
Yeah, well, mate, like you definitely had your work cut out for you in this one. Obviously, getting that pan in that last sort of few laps, and you had to really work hard, and you got another 2 seconds
Mm.
ahead out of nowhere, which was obviously a bit of a desperation thing, and you did really well. So, and obviously, early stages battling with Pep and Bunting and all those guys, you know, it could have gone either way. So, really, hats off, mate, and stellar job again. And you must be, just over the moon. Big points for Aston again, and softens the blow obviously a little bit. But yeah, well done from me, mate, and I'll hand you over to J-Man.
Yeah, just one question for you, Master Suck. Did you get a bit worried with that late penalty? You thought maybe you might have lost the win?
Yeah, I felt I lost it right there. Like I lost a bit of concentration. Like the following lap, I don't think I did that well. But then, a big shout out to my engineer once again for keeping me calm, Josie. Yeah, you just have to just lock in, stay calm, just don't get another penalty. Just drive on the, just drive. I can't even speak anymore. Just things might took a lot out of me, but yeah. Also, big ups to Pep, just always sticking right behind me most of the time. Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting championship battle with him because he doesn't seem to want to get off the podium as well. So yeah, big up to him. Yeah.
Yeah, you had a fantastic race out there, and thanks for joining the comments box for us.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, that was Master Sark, another win. Obviously, P1 last weekend at Bahrain and done it again this weekend at Belgium. So massive congratulations to him. We couldn't get Bunting in for P2. He was the driver of the.
He did ask if we could get his TP in. He said that if we could.
Yeah, if he can get if we could tag his TP and see if he can get in quickly, but we.
Yeah, I'll just have to tag David.
Yeah, but yeah, that was obviously the Pep and Master. Really, any of those two could have won it at one point of this race, but Master obviously brought it home and secured the win and did a really good job. So he will be well and truly, I think, in control of the championship at this stage. So yeah, hats off to him.
Yeah, Master is right. It's going to be an exciting battle for the championship in Div 4.
Absolutely, mate. Just waiting to see if we're getting David in quickly to.
Yeah, we don't have much time, so if he doesn't come in like in a couple of minutes, we might have to head off and let Div 2 commence.
Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there. We don't have long to Div 2, guys, so we'll have to get this stream sorted for the next one, and I will be your commentator for the next one, so I won't be far away before I'm back in here. So don't go far, guys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and thank you, of course, to all our sponsors, and AI369 especially. We'll wrap that up. Thanks, J-Man, for jumping in, and we will see you all soon.